Good morning, church. Church look empty. Ulana, my church empty. We have 5 administrators and 12 campers at SIA camp. 12 and 5 is how much? All right, so minus 17. And we have 4 gone to Nemco camp, the Northeastern Missionary Camp. So how much that? Enough percentage, you know. So I understand. And I'm happy to be here. You know, as I come through the gate, Brother Thompson say you can't park like that. And it remind me of my days at cement company. You had to park facing outward. But the people there don't face outward. Me not understand. But anyway, you asked me to speak on a topic that I don't usually speak on. It has to do with pain. Why Christians, I'm going to focus on Christians, have to suffer pain. All right? The first thing I want to say about pain is I get some definitions. All right? And it says, and I take it off the web, nowadays is AI run things, so I don't have to quote no source, right? AI put a lot of sources together and give us a definition. So here we go. It's an unpleasant sensory and emotional experience associated with actual or potential tissue damage or described in terms of such damage. So nice? This AI thing, take this thing too far. But me and you know pain. Pain is unpleasant. Who love pain here, hold up your hand. I tell you something, I don't know if my face is still fat. You might see it. But I took out a tooth on this side. And I feel pain. Call my daughter Grenada and say, Joanna, I'm feeling pain. And them give me cataflam and all them things there. But for about 12 hours straight, it was just pain. You understand? So me and you know how pain feel physically. And when somebody break your heart. So why you laugh, brethren? Me and you know I laugh. Eh? You feel pain. Physical pain to you. Right? So we know what pain is. But first I want to tell you, I don't think it's this one you wanted me to specialize in, but I'm going to turn your focus. Pain is necessary for every Christian. Not the toothache pain necessarily. But the Christian life must bring pain. You hear me say? Say it after me. The Christian life must bring pain. And that's why some people don't want to get baptized. You understand? Because we ask them if they believe in God and them say yes. But we're not baptized yet. You know why them don't want to get baptized? Because if them get baptized, them know certain things are for cut out. certain things that them live with and live by are for cut out. Every Christian, Paul told Timothy in Timothy chapter 3 verse 12, if you live godly in this world, you must suffer persecution. So I want to call that one persecution pain. All of us have, as a Christian, go through it. You read the scripture I gave you? All right. So late me come. But I gave that scripture because I want us to understand one of the greatest Christians in the New Testament was Paul, and him get it full. You know, I always remember, sometimes we want to look at Paul, and if I ask you how him look, you know, some people might say, oh, you know, him look rough with the beard and thing, but him look all right. In Acts 14, at Lystra, them stone him and left him as dead. How him look? Bata. That's my impression. As a Christian, he bore the marks of one who was walking straight with God. So when we look upon you, look at those people over there, including one of my newest friends, Jacinth. When we go climb conference, I met Jacinth again. And she gave me trouble, you see. Oh boy, you never know she could get trouble. But anyway, see, you get the trouble, not me. But what we find out in life, all of us, is that we must go through trouble. We must go through a time when we are isolated. We must go through a time, if we're walking with God, that our life going to be hard. And we have it easy relative, you know. You see some people in countries, in some Muslim countries, if you decide to be a Christian, your whole family throw you out. And them same one will kill you. Or we have it here. We don't have it easy relative. They speak at the convention that had just gone. Brother Nathaniel Pierce. I call him Natty. He told us of a country that he went to. And him write him will before him go. Because if them catch you preaching the gospel, you is a dead man. So him write him will before he went. The Christian life is going to bring you pain in this life. In fact, the Lord sent out his disciples as sheep among wolves. Mr. Thompson, sheep like wolf? Where you laugh, brethren? Are you first trouble me from me come through the gate, you know? Sheep like wolf? Wolf like sheep? Who say yes? You? Wolf eat sheep. So sheep not like wolf. And the Lord sent out his disciples as sheep among wolves. So I'm saying you have to be smart. You understand? But don't expect the world system to like you. You know, where I see a lot of bombardment, let's call it that. The world says LGBTQX and all the other things. It's right. The Bible says it's wrong. And if you are going to live godly, you're going to go in some places and they're going to call you a hater. Right? I just thinking of a brethren of mine now who went and testified about some things. I think it's Belize, don't quote me. Somewhere I'm going to testify and said some diseases that are highly associated with homosexuality. And him lose him work. Big work, you know. Working among people with AIDS. Being funded by people who said going gay is the right way. And him lose him work. People him work among for many, many years. Because him speak the truth. And him never even say it like Bible truth, you know. Him just say, brethren, them thing they cause disease. Them thing they cause AIDS. And just for speaking the truth, he was persecuted. I tell myself, Burley, Kingsley, Adair, and I still call myself Junior. If you are comfortable being among the unsaved, you're not being Christian. You're not being Christian. I remember enough time now, but when I was at Simmons coming, them guys said, Burley, come with you, come drink. You don't have to have anything, or you can't have a Malta. Because that is what I'm calling it now, the Christian dragon, or something like that. And I said, no, you know. Because if I start to get comfortable in their company, I'm going to start to look like them. You understand? And as a Christian, I have to stand out. So sometimes, them say, come out because you can't hear our way I talk. And I say, a good thing that. Them don't know. Them not comfortable with me, and me mustn't be comfortable with them. Me a sheep, them a wolf. I wonder if you understand it. So sometimes we suffer pain not because we're doing wrong, but because we're doing right. And the world don't like when we're doing right. So you see me? I have a rule. You see, when people suffering, God's people suffering persecution, me not say there's something wrong with them. I would have something right. You remember Job and his experience? And him friend them come and say, brethren, you're wrong. Just tell God, say you're wrong. That's why all them things are happening to you. And you set up yourself as a righteous man. You can't righteous, brethren. And it brought him more pain, more stress. that even those who should support him were turning against him. If you live godly in this world, pain. And the more godly you live, more pain. Paul experienced, we read a part, and if we read, let's go to 2 Corinthians 11. When Paul described all that he went through, let me read some of it. Because they must say, some people were coming around who were super apostles. Them have blessings untold. Them not suffer like Paul. And Paul said in 2 Corinthians 11, I'm going to read enough verse. You know me love read scripture. What anyone else dares to boast about, this is the New International Version, 2 Corinthians 11:21. I am speaking as a fool. I also dare to boast about. So first of all, him say, if I'm smart, more not talk about what I suffer for Christ. But under pressure from these guys, let me set out my Christian resume. Right? He says, are they Hebrews? Talking about these super apostles who say, him know nothing. He said, so am I. Are they Israelites? So am I. Are they Abraham's descendants? So am I. Are they servants of Christ? And him put it again, I am out of my mind to talk like this. Because if you're a servant, you must just serve. You understand? You know, you don't talk and say, boy, I'm a servant of Burley. Or even better, a servant of Dr. McCosh. You understand? You just serve. Your master asks you to do this, you just go do it. But him say, all right, since we're going down that road, a foolish road for me to compare myself. He says, I have worked more harder, been in prison more frequently, been flogged more severely, and been exposed to death again and again. 5 times I received from the Jews the 40 lashes minus 1. 3 times I was beaten with rods. Once I was stoned. We talk about it. 3 times I was shipwrecked. I spent a night and a day in the open sea. I have been constantly on the move. I have been in danger from rivers, in danger from bandits, in danger from my own countrymen, in danger from Gentiles, in danger in the city, in danger in the country, in danger at sea, and in danger from false brothers. I have labored and toiled and have often gone without sleep. I have known hunger and thirst, and have often gone without food. I have been cold and naked. Besides this, now this is the holy part. I face daily the pressure of my concern for all the churches. Who is weak? And I do not feel weak. Who is led into sin? And I do not inwardly burn. Hear him resume. Hear him Christian resume. I wonder if he was to die at this point and we read this, would I say him live a successful life? We might not. but living godly, you shall suffer persecution. The remedy for this pain is to rejoice. And it's not easy, you know. But you have to rejoice. Remember Paul and Silas in prison? Beat them and brethren. You think when them beat them, just tap them upon them back? What it, Justin, the man who did the film about Jesus, one that never have no words. You don't know that? Mel, what's his name again? Mel Gibson. Even in the film, him suffer fracture from the beating him get in our film. Can you imagine when them catch all a man like Paul, or them whip him severely? And when they whipped him and Silas and put them in prison, what did they do? Pray, give thanks that it caused an earthquake. And even the man them who never know God, them never run away. Them say, no man, something special are going here. We want to be a part. These men under pressure and them rejoicing. Remedy for that pain when you live in godly is to rejoice in the Lord. Me never say it easy, but we have to. We need to recognize, as we read in Romans, all these things are working together for your good, to them that love God, to them who are the called according to his purpose. And purpose is a word we like use nowadays. Right? According to God's purpose, all you're going through is for your good. And our sister leading in the praise and worship said, we need to have faith. We need to believe God that it's working for our good. You understand? We need to believe God that all we are going through in this life is working for our good. So we must rejoice and go and walk with God. If you now walk and you get beaten, still, you know, it's your fault. Don't blame God. You understand? Him set certain standards and you go against his standards, you're going to get beaten by the devil. And that beaten hot. You understand? Young people, if you're walking outside the will of God, you're going to get beaten. Old people are older people. Right? If you're walking outside the will of God, you're going to get beaten sooner or later. You understand? I know this young lady decided that she was going to walk her way, not God's way. Marry outside the will of God. And she get a beating, you see. She have to run left the man. And one other lady married outside the will of God. And for years, it looked like things working out. You know what I'm to her? When she was getting older, the man leave her and find a young girl. And guess what I'm to him too? When he never have no use for the young girl, him go back to him wife. You understand? He asked if she take him back. Me not say she go back too. Him go back too. Yeah. All that pain you suffer is because you walk away from the will of God. So Christians, all the way, including Burley, we have to watch how we walk, or we will pay the consequences. But also, you know, I feel your question has to do with regular pain, you know. I had a friend, say had because she died. I love her like my own sister. In fact, we used to call her our sister. Any family event we having, she had to be there. Even if her family having an event, she have to come hours and leave and go there. You understand? And we look forward, every New Year, we have games night and we go to her house. And few people could have baked cake like she. And she know every one of us how we live, what we like, and she provided. In fact, she was best of friends to at least 3 of my sisters and a 4th sister me have. That close to us. And 4 years, she struggled with cancer. Struggled with pain. Spent millions, I'm not exaggerating, spent millions trying to keep herself alive. Church, everybody know her as one of the most giving sisters among us. Work, them respect all the ground where she walk on. She worked for a certain finance minister. And he was known to call her all kind of names. Tell me, what is happening here? How much we have there? What? You know? That even on our deathbed, him never know. He must still calling her. And you look on a person like that and say, look how much people are waste people. God, how you can make she go through that? That was the question, not true. You can't talk to me. You know. I like when you talk to me. And I said to myself, Lord, what is happening here? And, you know, the Lord answered me all the while, you know. My grace is sufficient. Right? Paul said that, you know. Paul, after him boast and everything, you know, and him say him get revelation. Him going to the 3rd heavens. That no man no get. And Paul say, you know what God do? Him give me a thorn in the flesh. To keep me humble. Keep me humble. It make me know, say, it's by God I am alive. It's by God everything happened. me tell the Lord already, say, Lord, you don't owe me nothing. Me owe you everything. You understand? So anything you going to take me through, as long as you are there. As long as you are there, I have to go through. You understand? So, I don't ask the question again. It can wreck your faith if you set up yourself as one of the super apostles. You understand? Because you have some people, when them pray, nothing can pray like them. When them claim, nothing can claim like them. But when them get touched, them gone. You understand? Because it's almost as you set up yourself and say, them things that can't happen to me. Me, I walk with God too good. And I'm thinking about somebody right now. And the Lord say, all right, make I touch you. And then draw back. Because it's circle that they're moving is a circle that says, once you are God's children, you are blessed eternally, physically, monetarily, emotionally, and all other alley. But when God touched that, you're going to wither. So I'm going to tell you, brethren, me is one. Just take whatever God given as God given. You understand? And we need to understand something that I'm going to close with, and I hear you must ask question. Richie is here, he will answer the question. All right? James 1:2-4 says, the trials of our faith makes us better Christian. He tells us testing of our faith brings maturity. It brings patience. It is good for us to know that God is working in our life. And things will happen because God allowed it. You understand? That was the problem with Satan and Job, Him say, look on him. Him righteous, but he must serve you because you give him everything. And the Lord say, all right, touch everything but leave him life. All him wife. Me love ladies. But he had to say to him wife, don't be like them stupid ones. Right? If God send good, me not have to take it. If God send not so good, me not have to take it. She tell him, curse God and die. And him say, you fool. Me go and take it from God and continue to serve. Maturity. Christian maturity only comes through suffering. So watch out for it. I love athletics. You can't follow it up and watch everybody and know everybody's name and the time them run and them things. But me remember Shelley and Fraser Price, the greatest athlete ever. I'm not argue with you. And you know what she says she does? She trains so hard that at the end of her training day, what she do? You know what she says she do? Who know? I mean, you want to know? And where this church come from, brother? Vomit. Our system is so stretched to the limit that she vomit. She work hard to be the greatest. You understand? Greater than even Bolt. I have a child and come back and at her age lead the world. You have to agree with me. You know, agree with me. But it came through hard work, struggles, and suffering. You ever see them train? All right. You know this one. You ever see Bolt training? What him train with? Hint, hint. Eh? Weights. Him running and pulling weights behind him. When him running the race, you ever see him with weights? No, him leave weights behind, but the training of the weights bring him to be who he was. And when he was not as motivated, him now go pull the weights and him give it up. And me hear him say the other day, boy, when him look on Shelly, him feel him should have gone and pull more weight. But that is the Christian life. You have to pull weight. And finally, suffering develops our faith. Right? Our sister mentioned it. Abraham, it is said, Abraham's faith never stopped at this life. He said, boy, I'm living 10. We soon don't break bread. Where you going? He was living in tent. But Hebrews 11:13 said, these died in faith. What that mean? Them wasn't looking for a city made with hands. Was looking for heaven. Suffering sometimes seem unbearable. But if we live in by faith, we will look beyond this life. One of the things, may I pray, you know, and I say, Lord, you know what I will love? That when I reach home, because that is home. When I about heat a kill me, a greater pour me. You understand? And their answer kill me too. Right? And I say, boy, this is not my home. My home is up top. And when I reach there, I want to hear the Lord say, well done, thou good and faithful servant. You have been faithful even in suffering. You get me? So suffering, pain, discomfort, uneasy feeling, body breakdown, all them things are necessary. I don't know if anybody have any comment. I tell you, it's rich with answer, it's not Burley. Anybody? No? Yes, sister.
Morning. Morning, church. You say when you want cement company, and they ask you to come and get a drink and you choose not to. What if God sent you there? What would you do?
All right. I can tell you, I have a road down the road from my church named Alton Villa Road. And I have a couple of friends down there. No bother call name. But I go to them bars sometime. We drink water. But them know what me stand for. So I will go there. Because when people see me there, them know say is interested in them life, in them serving God. So if them know me like that, everybody, right? The husband, the wife, the daughter, the granddaughter, them know when me go there too. I invite them come to church. So sometimes, that's why it says you have to be wise. You go there, but it's what you go there for. Not to compromise, but to stand out. Right? And one day, I walk down the road and a son of the lady said to me, yeah man, you do the right thing. Go into the community, go reason with the people. So your motive, remember the Lord went to Zacchaeus' house and he said, today salvation come at this house. I want to carry salvation. But if the people them never know me, you know, me not go there, so, you know. You understand? But I tell you something. A lady see me one time going into a shop where them sell lotto. Right? But them sell credit there too. You understand? But because the place is associated with lotto, them say I shouldn't be there. Say, you know what? Me never bother go back. Me find somewhere else to buy my credit. Although them places sell credit cheaper. You understand? So you have to stand out as a believer. And up to now, me get some respect for it. Call my boss, go check him. Not doing well at all. And him say, boy, Burley, you are one of the better one them. Thank God. Because we stand up for the Christian principle. So you go there, but your motive, and you must know what impression you're going to leave. You understand? Like, me no go theater. The one time I was going to see the film, Jesus. I'm going to make sure me announce it in church. Everybody know Burley is going there and when I'm going there. You understand? Because everybody that talk about this film at the time, I'm say, me want to see it. Because them say suffering and they like, wow. So me go proudly for stand up as a servant of Jesus Christ. Me not say, you know, for go show, you know, but you know, find me there, sir. Because a lot of times you have to compromise. Right? They preview them and they think that always sometimes leave you uncomfortable. True or false? Me go the other day, my daughter carried me to one. When me there for it. But it was a good little film, you know. But she knew my standard. You understand? So anything you're doing, you must do it to honor God. Alright? Just in my time up. Yeah, she said my time gone.